These are defined in terms of the axis. For example, along x-axis the unit vector is I, and along y-axis the unit vector is j, and along z-axis if we have 3 axes it will be k. So I, j and k. So in this case we will have ax I and this will be ay j, and if we have 3 components then the last one will be multiplied by k. So unit vector is a concept in which we take a vector of unit length, which means the length is 1 but it defines a certain direction. So it is used in order to represent the direction basically. Okay. So if you multiply it by a vector, you are not changing the magnitude but you are only changing the direction. Okay. Now we can add 2 vectors, like we said we have a vector A and a vector B. Let's use the symbols. You have a vector A and you have a vector B and you want to add them. Okay. So one method was the head to tail rule. The second method is using the components of a vector. Okay. So for example, vector A will be written as ax I plus ay j plus az k, right? And similarly vector B will be written as bx I plus by j plus bz k. First you write the vectors. Again, to make it simple, you can also only start with just 2, that's I and j, and later on you can go to 3, depends on the problem that's given to you. Okay, but at the moment we are just understanding it, so you can start with 2, and this is, I'm talking about figure 3.14. this is page number 45. Okay, so that you, when you go back home and study, you should remember this is on page 44 or 45? Huh? 44. Okay. Right. So I am taking these equations from there. So in this case, okay, right. And if we are taking the z component, we can also, अगर हम सिर्फ इसका magnitude लिखना चाहें, तो we don't need to put the vector sign. Now, if we are writing the resultant, R is equal to A plus B. Okay, R is the resultant. So in this case, the resultant will have a x component and the resultant will have a y component. R for resultant. So the x component of the resultant vector will be the sum of the x components of the 2 vectors that you are adding. So it will be ax plus bx, right? Ax plus bx, and this can be ay plus by. And if you want to take the z component, then it will be az plus bz. So you can practice this. Okay, so I already told you about this, and in this case this is equal, A will be equal to, if you have it like this, A will be equal to ax squared plus ay squared under the root. That's understood, right? Any questions? What we've done so far is a revision of what you already know. There was nothing new. Okay, we were revising the concepts that you're already familiar with. Okay, so now we can go towards the multiplication of vectors. We talked about the addition of vectors. We talked about the subtraction of vectors. Now we can talk about the multiplication of vectors. Okay. Where's the attendance, please? हो गई complete? Okay, right. So now Okay, one is you multiply a vector by a scalar. So that's very simple. This it's just like ordinary multiplication. Okay. For example, if you are multiplying a vector a by, let's say, a number 2, which is a scalar, it's a simple multiplication. But if you are multiplying a vector by a vector, then there are two ways of doing it. One is known as the scalar product, or it is also known as the dot product, right? You've studied this before? Padha hua hai? Good. Okay. And the second one is the vector product, also known as the cross product. Okay. So one will be written as A dot B is equal to AB cos theta, the angle between, or theta or phi. In your book it is phi, so we can use phi, depends on the diagram. So if the diagram is similar to the one in your book, let's say like this is A, this is B, this is phi, then this will be the formula. Now the answer of a scalar product is a scalar quantity, right? The answer of a vector product is a vector quantity. So it means it has a certain direction. Okay, the answer also has a certain direction. So in this case, the formula is A cross B is equal to AB sin phi. This is the formula, but it has a certain direction which is represented by the right hand rule. What is the right hand rule? You curl your fingers starting from the first vector A towards the second vector B, and then your thumb represents the direction of the result or the resultant vector. So if A is here and B is here, you will go like this, but if A is here and B is here, you will go like this. Okay. But if you have to use your right hand. Okay. Okay, let us do a problem in order to understand the concepts that we have talked about. Okay, so let us say A is equal to 4.2. A is equal to 4.2 meters I minus 1.5 meter minus 1.5 meter J. B is equal to minus 1.6 meter I and plus 2.9 meter J, plus 2.9 meter J, and C is equal to minus 3.7 meter J. C is equal to minus 3.7 meter J. So these are three vectors. What is their vector sum? You have to find the vector sum, and the diagram that represents these vectors will be let's say something like this. If you look at the axis, so you have A, this is A, and then you have B, you have B, and is equal to, where will you have C? C कहाँ पे होगा? 0 नहीं, C will be negative y direction. Okay, यहाँ पे ये 0 का क्या मतलब है? अभी तो मैं सिर्फ उसको यू नो वन ऑफ द वेज व्हेन एवर यू गेट अ प्रॉब्लम, हाँ इसको ड्रॉ कैसे किया, दैट्स नॉट योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. चलो लेट्स वर्क इट आउट टुगेदर. दिस इज, इमेजिन दिस इज अ ग्राफ पेपर, ओके, एंड लेट अस मार्क द ग्राफ. लेट अस से दिस इज